Yo, what's good, everybody? Bass Drop Keys, your friendly neighborhood Negro. And in today's video, guys, I'm gonna show you how to make pineapple flavored simple syrup. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're in our brand new magical butter kitchen. Today's video is going to be a great one. I promise you guys that I will come back and I will show you how to do a simple syrup using fruit. Whenever I say simple syrup, if you don't know, I'm talking about cannabis syrup, THC lean. We're talking about the same thing. I'm going to be using the terminology of simple syrup during this video, but when I do that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you watched yesterday's video, then you see me make the simple syrup with a concentrate. We're going to be using a concentrate again. As I told you yesterday, this right here is distillate. What's so great about distillate is you can eat it, you can smoke it, you can dab with it, you can cook with it. It's great. And so that's what we're going to be using today, is some more distillate. The one that we have today is actually a sativa. It's lamb's bread. This is 90% THC right here. I tried to get another 91% THC, but they didn't have any more, so I had to get a 90% one, which is going to be just fine for what we're going to be doing. Also, I want to let you guys know, whenever you see me put this into our mixture in just a little bit here, I want you to know that I did warm this up in the microwave in order to get this loosened up. It's very viscous, so to try to squeeze it out in the syringe as it is very hard. So you either need to run this under hot water for 2 to 3 minutes and let it soften up, or just go ahead and put it in the microwave for like a minute and it will go ahead and squeeze out. That's just a little pro tip for you guys for a little bit later. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. As we did on yesterday's video, we're going to be doing another 1-to-1 ratio. If you want to make your simple syrup thicker, you can do a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning that if we're doing a 1-to-1, 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water, if you want yours thicker than mine, hold on, let me get the other one. This right here is the one that we made yesterday, so you can see how thick it is. If you want it thicker than this, you can do a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning however much water you use, you're going to use twice the amount of sugar. All right, let me go ahead and put this back. All right, and real quickly here, let's talk about the bottles. I'm going to be using this bottle right here, which is a different pattern than the other one, so that way I can tell them apart. But also, if you don't have a bottle like this, you can always use one of the $1 squeeze bottles that you've seen me use here on the channel before. These $1 squeeze bottles do work well, but I've actually bought some bottles to use, so we're going to be using this bottle right here. This has a different pattern, so I'll be able to tell them apart. All right. Okay, and so you just saw by the amount that was in the other bottle that I had some more space in here. So we're still going to do a 1-to-1 ratio, but I'm going to be using a 1.5 cups this time instead of a cup. We're going to be using a 1.5 cups of sugar and a 1.5 cups of water. 1-to-1 ratio. If you want it thicker, you go ahead and do 2-to-1 ratio. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You got a 1.5 cups of sugar. Put it in your saucepan. We got a 1.5 cups of water. It goes in a saucepan. And so since we're doing a pineapple flavor this time, I got some pineapple, some fresh pineapple chunks from the grocery store. You can always get a fresh pineapple and cut it up yourself, but they do have fresh pineapples already cut up at the grocery store that I go to. So I got these right here. If you want to use a different fruit, watermelon, or whatever fruit you want to use, blueberries or whatever fruit you want to use, feel free to do that. I'm going to be using pineapples. You want to put enough in here that's going to cover the bottom of the pan. Here we go. All right, it looks like all this will fit in here. All right, so now that we have our pineapples in there, we're going to go ahead and turn on our hot plate right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually let this simmer here for about 10 minutes or so. Now, there's a lot of people that like to use the method where you let it simmer for hours, you put a lot in there, let it cook down, and that kind of thing. We're not going to be doing it that way. we're actually going to be letting this simmer for about 10 minutes, letting everything combine well, and then we're going to actually strain it. So while that's coming up to temperature, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to happen after the 10 minutes of simmering. After that, what we're going to do is, as you can see here, I have a Pyrex cup here. I have it's actually a sifter for flour, but it works great as a strainer. And I have some cheesecloth in here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take our syrup and we're actually going to strain it through this cheesecloth. Once it's in here, I'm actually going to put this back into the saucepan here. And then that's when we're actually going to take our distillate and we're actually going to put it in there. Oh man, I almost forgot. What we're also going to need is our vegetable glycerin. I almost forgot it. Let me grab it real quick. Here it is. Here's our vegetable glycerin. As you guys know, we talked about it yesterday. You need something for the THC to bind to whenever you put it in there. And so that's what this is going to be for. We're going to be using 1 tablespoon of vegetable glycerin. So what's going to happen is we're going to bring this up to a simmer. It's warming up right now. I can feel it. Once it brings up and it starts simmering, I'm going to let it go for 10 minutes. Once it's finished simmering, we're going to filter it through this cheesecloth right here to make sure we don't have any of the pineapples in there, to get that out of there. Once we have the syrup in our measuring cup, we're going to put it back into our saucepan, where then I'm going to take the tablespoon of glycerin, add it in, and we're going to put our distillate in there, add it in, make sure it's combined well, and then after that it'll be ready to bottle. So I just told you the whole process. Ain't nothing to it, but to do it now, let's do it. Let me bring this up and let it start simmering, and then we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. All right guys, so I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we're starting to have some action inside of the saucepan now. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 10 minutes. I already told you what's going to happen. We'll come back in 10 minutes after letting this simmer, and then we'll go ahead and continue with the rest of the process. I'll see you in 10 minutes. All right guys, so it's been 10 minutes and I'm sitting here looking at the pineapples. The pineapples still look a little firm, so we're gonna let them go for another 5 or 10 minutes. You want to do this for 10 to 20 minutes. 10 is the minimum, 20 I say would be the maximum, but they're so firm right now still that I think that they can still go a little bit longer and release some more of that great pineapple flavor. So I'm gonna let these go for at least another 5 minutes, maybe 10. I'll let you know exactly how much, but yeah, let's let it keep going. It's looking great so far. Nice simmer on here. I think they still look a little firm and they can release some more of that flavor. So I'll let you guys know maybe about another 5 or 10 minutes here. All right. Like I said, it's been 10 minutes. 5 more minutes. All right, here we go. All right guys, so it's been another 5 minutes and I like the way it's looking now. They've opened up and I think that a lot of the juices have been released now, so I think we're in a good place and we can go ahead and go to the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Very nice. Go ahead and turn that off. Now, what you want to do is you want to let this cool down some before you start straining it. And I'm actually going to let it, I'm going to let it like cool down all the way, but I am going to let it stop simmering. And then whenever it stops simmering, we're going to go ahead and go to the next step, which is I need to strain these pineapples out of here. Once we strain the pineapples out, I'm going to put the syrup back in the saucepan here, and we're going to put it on a medium-low temperature here, so that way we can go ahead and put in the glycerin, and we're going to add in our distillate as well. While that's cooling down, I'm going to go ahead and put my distillate inside the microwave for about a minute, minute and a half. Make sure if you're doing this that if you're using a syringe that it doesn't have any metal parts so you don't mess up your microwave. These come in plastic syringes. Everything's made out of plastic, and they tell you on the package itself that you can put it in the microwave. So I'm going to put it in the microwave to loosen this up and get it ready while this is cooling down. All right, so let's go ahead and strain this. Be careful with it, it's hot. You know what? I got a feeling that some of this is going to run down the pan, so I'm going to do this over the sink. All right, but you know what I'm doing. All right, guys, so we have our syrup right here. It's looking great. We're going to put it back in our saucepan. Very nice. There was a timer, but we had already took it out, so we're good. We're gonna put this on medium low just to keep this warm. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our vegetable glycerin, just a tablespoon. Same thing applies. We have to make sure that we have something in here that the THC can bind to. There we go, add in our glycerin. Very nice. Now we're gonna add in our distillate here. Remember, this is 90% THC. I put this in the microwave for like 2 minutes and it's coming right out. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you don't even have to press on it hard to get it to come out now. All right, so guys, let me put this gram in here. We're gonna put the whole gram in here. 900 milligrams of THC in here. And then once we have this in here, we're going to stir this together to make sure that it's combined well. And then we're going to grab our funnel and we're going to bottle this up. There we go. As you can see, we put the full gram in here. There's nothing left. All right, once again, I have my magical butter spatula. We're just going to mix this together, make sure it's combined well. Whenever you first put your distillate and your glycerin in there, you're going to see that's going to cloudy up. But if you just stir it for like 30, 45 seconds, a minute, you're going to see that's going to go ahead and clear on up for you. And that's when you know that it's finished. And this is finished right here. So we're going to go ahead and take our funnel, take our bottle, and bottle it up. Let's do it. All right, so once again, if you want to let this cool down before you bottle it, that would probably be the safe thing to do. But being that time is money, and I want to go ahead and get this video out to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. All right, let's do it. Also, what I'm doing, since we put the pineapple syrup back into the saucepan here, I'm going to put a little piece of cheesecloth in here just to catch any of those little particulates that's still in here. We want to catch those before they go in the bottle. So I got a little piece of cheesecloth in here too. All right, let's do this. This is hot. I'm doing it hot, so just be careful if you're doing it hot. If you're letting it cool down, it's all good. All right, guys, so we're finished bottling it up. Just put the lid on here real quick. And look at that. That's beautiful right there. Look at that. What we have here is beautiful pineapple flavored simple syrup, THC lean, cannabis syrup, whatever you want to call it. It's the exact same thing. You can use whatever fruit that you want to use, but the process is still the same. That's what's so great about these different processes that I'm showing you. Once you learn how to do it, you can go ahead and put your little twist on it and do it however you want to do it. The reason why I use pineapple is because we have infused drinks coming up on the channel. I've already ordered my bartender set with the shaker and everything, with the stands to make everything look professional. And next week we're going to start doing infused drinks. So now I have a simple syrup, a regular simple syrup with 910 milligrams of THC in it. And we have this pineapple flavored simple syrup right here with 900 milligrams in it. All right, guys, so here's a little comparison for you guys. This is the one right here that we just did, the pineapple flavored one. And this is the one that we did yesterday. So you can see the color difference right here. The one with the pineapple has a more fuller color, but that's to be expected because the simple one is just the water with the sugar with the distillate and the glycerin in there. And this one right here has the pineapples in there. So obviously that one's going to be more color. So just something cool I thought you would enjoy. A little difference right here. And I put them in different bottles so that way I know which one's which. The one with the long one right here is the simple one, and then the ones with a cross right here is the pineapple one. A little comparison for you guys. So that's it, guys. That's how you make a fruit flavored simple syrup. In this case, we did a pineapple flavored one. I hope that this video helped you out. I'll promise you guys that I will come back and I will show you guys how to make it with fruit. And this is how you do it right here. It doesn't matter what kind of fruit that you want to use, the process is still the same. That's what's so great about the way that I'm teaching you guys how to do all this stuff. Once you learn the process, you can put your twist on it and do it however you want to do it. But that's it. That's exactly how you make a fruit flavored syrup, THC lane, the same exact thing, whatever you want to call it. That's how you do it. Before I get up out of here, I do want to do today's subscriber spotlight. Today's subscriber spotlight goes out to Keelar Williams. I want to thank him for joining the membership program right here on YouTube. I really appreciate you. If you want to get your own subscriber spotlight, there's 3 ways that you can do it. You can join the membership program right here on YouTube like Keelar Williams did. You can come over and join us on Patreon if you want to support off of YouTube, or you can submit a post on the website goodeats420.com. Speaking of the website, if you want the entire recipe, everything step by step in detail of exactly how I did everything that I did, you want the supply list, you want the tips, you want the directions, you want everything, click the link that's in the description. It's going to take you over to the full recipe, goodeats420.com. Everything will be right there whenever you need it in writing. So guys, that's it. Much love. I really appreciate all the love that you're giving the channel. We just hit 15,000 subscribers. It's going great. We did that in 6 months. I'm really excited to see where the channel is going to go. If you don't know, my channel, my first channel, Bass Drop Keys YFNN, actually got deleted on February the 5th, and I had 17,600 subscribers. So it's 6 months later, and we're pushing forward to getting all those subscribers back. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you. And until I see you guys the next time, peace and good eats. I'm out, guys. Oh yeah, real quickly guys, before I forget and get up out of here, I do have my Good Eats 420 apron being shipped to me right now. If anybody's interested in getting your own Good Eats 420 apron, they're available on the site right now. Click the link that's in the description. I'll put it right there for you, 30 bucks, and you can get your own Good Eats 420 embroidered, not any of the screen printed stuff, embroidered, stitched up apron. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys the next time. Peace and good eats. I'm out.